What up everybody? Just had my first meeting with a potential client, and yeah, it was very interesting, an awesome learning experience for which I'm overall grateful for. Really grateful that I got the opportunity to actually meet with someone, speak to them, discuss ways in which I could potentially help within their business, and just talk to people face to face. It feels like a massive step forward rather than, sort of doing the usual outreach that you do via emails or social media or whatever, cold calling. All ends of the spectrum. I've had people hang up on me, I've had people entertain it a little bit, but then maybe they're really busy, or maybe they want to get back to you, or maybe they just don't take on those types of calls because they're just not looking for anyone to add to their books, so to speak. All kinds, all around the spectrum in that. And some have been really uplifting, some have been really sort of disappointing. This was definitely one of the most uplifting ones because I was able to actually organize a meeting and meet with someone face to face that's in an organization, is able to do something, and there's potential. I was really excited. Definitely went across to the meeting, dressed up, suited and booted. Obviously, the meeting went really well. I did a lot of preparation work for the meeting because I didn't want to screw it up. Ironically, I screwed it up though. This kind of hurts, to be honest, but I'll just say the area that I screwed up in was panicking in the moment. Now, majority of the meeting went really well. When it came to demonstrate certain areas of potential where I could help within the business, I kind of panicked because something didn't work as I expected it to. Panicked too early because if I'd have just followed a set sort of process and protocol, it would have gone smoothly, it would have worked fine. Because I'd done all the preparation beforehand to make sure everything worked. Definitely do that with your own stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. When you're preparing a meeting or a demonstration, just make sure you do tons of preparation and test stuff and just make sure everything works, okay? It is given, and it's something that I actually did, but it still erred out. I just panicked straight off bat because I was thinking to myself, well, I've tested everything, like, why is this doing this? And it turns out it was a human error and me being stupid and not following a process. But it was definitely anticlimactic because I'd done such a decent presentation. Little pat on the back for myself. I actually did a decent job, prepared so much for that, and at the later part, when it came to the demonstration, I wasn't able to demo because I made a silly mistake. Now, it's something that I am beating myself up for because these types of opportunities, they're not easy to come by. An outreach can be challenging, it can present a lot of different challenges, different obstacles in your way, and it's very hard to speak to someone other than, let's say, gatekeeper, the receptionist, or the first line of defense sometimes in a business. And I don't like to see them as that, but sometimes they can come across like that, especially when they're being quite aggressive with regards to access. And I understand it to a certain degree. However, I feel that there's no need to be rude to people, no matter what, unless they've crossed your boundaries on purpose, don't mean very well. So I don't think there's any need to be rude to people. However, that's how it works sometimes in the space, and I've experienced people being rude to myself, cold calling and just inquiring and offering services and things like that. And I understand that they must get a large influx of people doing that, and it can be frustrating, it can be annoying. And that's why I always make sure to come from an understanding perspective and just like understand that, yeah, they're getting a lot of these people. Don't be pushy if you can help it at all, but at the same time, like I said, there's no need to be rude to people. So I don't get that side, but I understand it happens, and I've definitely experienced that myself. I got the opportunity to speak to someone again, which I'm really grateful of. I'm just kind of angry at myself, and I just wanted to share that with you all and share the lessons that I've learned. So the lessons that I've learned are: improve and increase your organization and your prior preparation. Definitely work on that and just make sure everything is done to a T. And whatever services that you're offering or demonstrating on a day, just make sure you go through it over and over again to the point of exhaustion, so that you know the product inside and out, and you're able to demonstrate it inside and out without any flaws, okay? Obviously, that's like 100% success rate. It's very difficult to achieve, but it is very achievable through practice. So I definitely achieved that through repetition, plenty of prep work, plenty of practice. So that's what I've learned from this, and I'm going to do that in future. The funny part about it is the presentation side, I did my reps on, and surprise, I did really well on the presentation, but I didn't do my reps on the demonstration side. And surprise, when the first hurdle came, I wasn't prepared for it, so I fumbled and panicked, which was the wrong thing to do. In the moment, I should have also calmed down, thought through things logically, and just gave it a couple more tries, and I didn't do that. I went straight to panicking. So that's something that I've learned as well. Something doesn't necessarily go your way in a moment of demonstration or something like that in a meeting, then don't panic straight away. Just try it a couple more times. Maybe it's something really stupid and silly, like it was with myself today. Just try it a couple more times, calm down, really slow it down. Maybe even ask the client, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes to 60 seconds of just dealing with this a second. Like maybe go grab a coffee or a drink or something, and we just have like 60 seconds or 2 minutes to work through this and calm down and get my headspace and collect myself together. It's not ideal, but it would have been better than sort of fumbling live in the moment. Yeah, it's every demonstrator's dream, that is, you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely advise that. The main points are tons of prior prep work and tons of repetition as well. Don't just prepare, actually do the thing and do repetitions of it. And same goes for the demonstration. In retrospect, it's schoolboy error. Funnily enough, I'm in an adult schoolboy outfit or whatever, but I guess it's something so easy to overlook because, you know, I've used it a ton of times, but not in a high pressure situation. So in a high pressure situation is different. Everything's different. Like the zeitgeist is just different. So silly things that just, you know, you'd be like, well, duh, of course you do X, Y, Z. You wouldn't even think about that, or you may not think about that in a high pressure situation. And that's where the reps comes in, because the reps tune your subconscious mind into doing just the thing on autopilot, so there's less chance of screwing up in silly ways because you're just trained on autopilot. So that would have solved the issue today, and there wouldn't have been an issue if I'd have done my reps. So definitely take that away from yourselves. That's my advice from this meeting. Now moving forward, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a follow-up. Hopefully the client does actually give me another opportunity at the chance to sort of correct my mistakes. I'm gonna get straight to work on proving in those areas, and just like I said, the olive branch. So I hope that's been helpful, guys. Like, you know, I'd love to say, oh, you know, it went all smoothly and closed, or there's a follow-up meeting and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know if there is yet. So if there is going to be, once I email the client and follow up, then I'll update you all. But if not, then I'm gonna beat myself up even more. So, but we'll see how it goes. I'll do my best either way, and you know, hopefully I didn't disappoint the client too much, but I definitely disappointed myself a lot. So yeah, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistake, my fumble today. And like I said, those are the learning points to pay attention to. Repetition, especially, tons of prior preparation. Do prior preparation first and then repeat it. Go over it and go over it and go over it to the point of exhaustion. And then that way it will be within your psyche, and hopefully everything will just be autopilot and really smooth. So yeah, hope you guys can take away from that. I'll definitely learn from that, and appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And yeah, if I'm a bit like, with regards to how I come across on camera, it's literally because I'm wounded and I'm beating myself up about it. So yeah, but hey, we'll move on and we'll do better next time. No, not even next time. We'll do better straight away. Simple as that. Okay, guys? Enjoy. Thank you so much. And I hope it helps you in your daily or within your meetings, opportunities that you get, settle for yourselves, etc., etc. Thank you so much. Take care and have an amazing day. Take care, guys.